Hey guys, in this video I want to answer a question which I received on Instagram, and that is do you need to be very talented to become a UI UX designer? So, my short answer is no. However, I believe that whatever career path you want to choose, you always need two very important elements. And those are, first of all, you need to have a predisposition, so a tendency for that specific job or career path. And the second one is you need to be passionate or at least interested in that specific topic. So I just want to give you like a brief overview when it comes to the UI UX design, at least my journey. And so I think that I always had quite a bit of interest in visual design and problem solving and all the things that really merge naturally in a UI UX design career. So always been very detailed oriented, and I always liked to solve big problems. So when I was younger, I used to do a lot of puzzles and things of that nature, and always had a passion for design, even more than art. I enjoy art, but I quite had a big passion for design. So that really helped me to figure out what I wanted to do when I was when I'm going to grow up, and I think that that was that design and learning all of these concepts that I'm dealing with on my day to day came quite naturally due to that specific reason. So definitely that's something to consider. Do you actually enjoy design? Do you enjoy solving UX problems? And is this something that you feel that you're going to be looking forward to do for many years, and possibly even to the end of your career? There's going to be a lot of mutation in UI UX, of course, but do you think that this would be something that would be satisfying for you to do in the long run? So this is definitely something to consider, and especially like from both like an interest point of view, and also, do you think that you have a tendency when it comes to these things? I tend to avoid using vocabulary like talent, because I think that talented people are just like a very small amount, a very small percentage of people in the world, and those are people that undeniably they are born with some very specific and talents. And I think that generally speaking, when it comes to UI UX design, you have to mainly understand if this is something that you want to do, and that you're learning these concepts without too much effort. Of course, there's going to be like concepts which are more complicated and whatnot, but you need to have like a feeling as to um, what point are you right now, and do you think that you can sustain this for the long run? And I remember when I first started out, I was actually like looking at all of these great designers on Dribble and Behance at the time, and whatnot. And I was thinking to myself, "Oh, I'm never going to be that good. I'm never going to be as good as him, or be able to do this and that." And you have to realize that it's going to take a long time to grasp some specific concepts, and you also have to understand that in our field there's a lot of niches, and there are a lot of different paths and avenues that you can take and specialize in, especially when it comes to things like UI animations, or illustrations, or even some UI UX designers who have quite a big understanding of 3D art and things of that nature, and maybe they're more leaning towards visual designers than UI UX designers. And then there's UX designers who purely focus on the problem solving, and have very limited visual design skills. So that's another thing that you have to take in consideration. There's like a lot of possible avenues and niches and possible specializations. So my biggest tip for you is to actually figure out what would work best for you, and you have to think about what your ideal day to day would look like. Because at the end of the day, one thing is saying, oh, okay, I could specialize in that, I could do that, but the other thing is, which is even more important, is would I want to do this in my day to day for many years to come? And I think that if you tackle and if you master the second one, you're definitely going to have a great career and a happy career overall, because nobody wants to wake up in the morning and do things that they don't like to do. And that's pretty much how I know how I organize my business in the past few years. I try to figure out what I really enjoy doing, what are the projects that I like, what are the clients that I would ideally be working with and partner up with, and that's pretty much how I structure my business. It's going to take a lot of trial and error. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn some things. Some things are going to take longer to learn. Other ones are going to be faster. But at the end of the day, it's just trying different things out and seeing what works best for you specifically. So this is it. Again, the answer is no. You don't need to be uber talented to be a UI UX designer. You just need to see if you have a tendency and a natural predisposition for this career, and if you enjoy doing UI UX design, providing UI UX design services. So this is pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. And also feel free to leave a comment or ask questions, or I'd be curious also to hear your opinion on these things. And if you're interested in more UI UX design topics, and I have a lot of videos on this channel, both for UI UX design software tutorials and also talking about the freelance business side of things. So feel free to check it out. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.